Hey guys, welcome to Chishmaru Industries. Now today we're going to be transforming everything from here into this computer. Now, why, you might ask, why are you making an anti-sleeper PC? That has side panels. No, that's actually the reason. See, and also another reason is this one's compact, this is not. So I'm going to get started. First, I'm going to take all the stuff from here out and plop this stuff into here. I will put an update, maybe, So, I'm going to show checkpoints after some stuff. Yeah. Well, this is going to be a huge pain in the butt, but see you guys later. Okay, so this is checkpoint 1. I have taken all the screws from the motherboard off, and we're going to disassemble this thing until it is just the motherboard, and then we're going to take the motherboard out. But before we actually do that, we have to deal with the not-so-big elephant in the room. Actually, I think this is easy enough that I should be able to do this while recording, so it's getting harder and harder. How is that? Oh. Because the screw is kind of bent. Okay. Don't bend your screw, kids. Make sure you don't. Oh shit. Alright. Come on. Those are the screws of the power supply. Now we can just do this. And the power supply comes out. Now I'm going to take all these screws. These are the motherboard screws, so remember that. Put the motherboard screws right there. And the power supply screws right here. It is shocking that you only need like 3 screws, which is like really strange. So now I'm going to take all the wiring, and then we're going to be able to pull the motherboard out. So, montage, I guess? Actually, no. I don't know how to do montages. Alright, all the wires for the power supply have been taken out, so we can just take this brick out. How much is this? Hold on. So it is 100 to 127 volts to 200 to 240 volts. It is 8 to 4A, and that's some other stuff that I don't really understand. Very cool. No, now that I have the power supply out, this thing is like so big. I have so much hand space. So what we're going to do is take the RAM out. We don't need to. It's just because I can. RAM, baby. I love RAM. Let's just leave that there. So now it's time for us to pull this bad boy out. But we have to get all the wires disconnected. This is the SSD that came with this thing. Now, because this thing came out in like 2013, this SSD is like kind of shockingly small. 512 gigabytes for an SSD is pretty tiny, considering now the standard is like 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte. So, I'm pretty sure there's a Windows 8 install on here. Actually, no, 8.1, sorry. And, now I have to get other wires out, including this one. But this one takes a really long time because its positioning is really good. And also, every single time, the funny thing is, its positioning is so bad that you have to, like, pull from the wire. And, like, that's not a great idea if you know anything about wiring, because those the things that hold those wires in are not so powerful. Okay, so I was gonna take the motherboard out, but something's stuck. Oh. So, is there like a screw around here, or... I mean, I can't really... Oh, wait a minute. Screw's trying to be sneaky. Okay, well, I guess I'll unscrew that, and then we'll take the motherboard out. Okay, the motherboard is out, but it has some, baggage. Let's just, Whoa, that was weird. Anyways, well, the motherboard is out. If you guys want this motherboard, sadly you can't have it. And, this is a lot. You know, I thought this would be way heavier, but this is shockingly light, which does not fill me with delight. You get it? You get it. Anyways, so now I have to get all this out. And, oh, wait a minute. What the? Okay. One wire already came out. Another wire. Okay. Anyways, so our problem right now is that that's gonna go in here. The problem is that's exceptionally bigger, and those wires look very different from what's here. But, I mean, there's no front I/O, so we don't have to deal with wiring this thing up. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that scared of soldering this thing, even though I will probably burn my house. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Is that... What is this? Uh-oh. Okay. Holy shit. Are these... see... I want to fight it so badly, but I'm so, like, intent. This is so cool. I don't remember doing this, but good job, past me. You did a great job, even though that's probably way worse than just using duct tape or something. Hey, it's still good enough. I mean, now I'm gonna have to worry about Q-tips going everywhere. Nah, it's fine. Anyways, I know I hate doing this, but please like and subscribe. I hate asking for it, but I kind of need it. Okay, so some of these wires, I think I have to... Hold on. Wow, this thing is so light now that... Oh, the, Hold on, let me... Damn it, okay. I'll get that later. So I think I have to... There we go. So I think there's... Oh, I think that's like Ethernet. Is that Ethernet? Or actually, no. Internet. Like wireless. Well, I don't really know how to pull that out. Is it like, I wish you guys, like the people in the comment section, would like be able to just time travel and tell me how to do this, because I don't really know how. I mean, that can't stay there. I don't really need it. I mean, XP's internet capabilities are great, so that won't really be a problem. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna take this out because I kind of want this to be here. Because if it's just like a random... Oh, actually, hold on. No, never mind. I was gonna say if I can put, like, the floppy, but no, it's too tiny. That would have been so cool, though. You just have, like, floppy. Okay, so it is the size of that. And you are the size of... Not that. You are bigger. I'm using RAM as a measuring stick. This is so redneck. Anyways. So, I know how to get you out. You look pretty easy, but this one I think is gonna have to stay. Never mind. This was actually really easy to get out. It was just like 2 clips on this. It was like 2 clips right there, and I just unclipped it, and now I can pull the wire. I said I can. It's stuck. I said I can pull the wire out. There's our current stockpile of fans, blueberry, because healthy snacks are good. We have the motherboard, and that's it. Hon, does your head look... I think I might be able to use this power supply for that, because, yeah, I think I'm going to be able to use that. Well, let's get back to taking wires out. Okay, so right now we have every single wire out. The only wires left are these, which are for the front ports, which I don't really want to take out. So I think these wires are just going to have to stay dangled on here. I mean, I don't like that fact, but do you see what we're doing right now? Do you understand, like, the situation we're in? Okay, so now that we have everything inside of this pile, I guess you could say, we're going to have to transfer, or actually take everything out of there and mishmash. This is like a sleeper build, but anti, because we're putting old hardware in new hardware, or old hardware in a new case, instead of putting new stuff in an old case. So, yeah. Also, if you guys want me to do something with this case, make sure to comment down below. I don't really have a use for it, so, you know, if you guys want to, like, tell me what to do with it, that would certainly help. Okay, so now it's time to gather everything into, like, a single spot. And these are all going to go here and there. Aside from the power supply, I am going to use this power supply because the power supply in there is really big and it probably won't fit in there. Actually, I might have to take that I/O out because this thing has a different I/O. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so now we have to, actually I'm going to put this inside, and this is going to be dragged out, and then we're going to do work with that one. Hello, old dusty person. So, if you don't know the specs of this thing has a floppy drive, a CD drive, which surprisingly only reads and does not write, a whole 80 gigabytes, 32 megabytes of integrated graphics, because during this time, the integrated graphics of motherboards were horrible. We have a power supply, which is suspiciously healthy. We have an IDE cable. This is brand new because the old IDE cable was just so slow, and it was prone to just not working. So, yeah. Anyways, so we're going to take... Actually, it's probably I have to unplug this. So, we'll get there. So, I'm going to put this over here, and we're going to unplug everything. You know, aside from the IDE cable, I didn't really edit anything aside from installing Windows or Windows XP on there. And I didn't really notice these absolutely jerry-rig everything wires. They're not even holding the floppy drive. So, I don't know who owned this thing, but I hate it so much, but I rock with it so hard. So, it's going to stay. Or actually, it's not going to stay because I'm going to take it out. You know, the first step would probably be taking this massive, honking power supply out. This thing is like the size of like a modern gaming PC, power supply. But it is a whopping, how much is this? Holy crap, 230 volts at 250 watts. Wow, that is, I mean, the good thing with these power supplies is, like, the old mustard and ketchup design, I'm pretty sure, like, this is ground, this is 5 volts, and this is some random thing. So this can be used to, like, power something like a fan or something. So, these are pretty useful, but not as useful as, you know, how they would have been. So we're going to take this out because this thing is massive, and then we're going to take the hard drive out, and then the CD. So, yeah. Blueberry break. Yummy. Kids, make sure to eat your vegetables, or the vegetable monster will come and take your PC away. I should probably do this without recording because it is really hard to record. And okay, well, this is tedious, so I'm just gonna skip until this thing is fully unscrewed and taken out. Okay, so my theory was correct that this thing's I/O is vastly different from that one. So we're gonna have to take this shield out and put it in there. Why is the camera? Okay. So aside from that, oh wow, that is dusty. You know, I should probably actually. I mean, I'm not gonna use this completely, so we'll be fine. Guess who just unscrewed their powers? Oh shit. Are you okay? Please don't die on me. I mean, I might use you for like a fan or something. Now, where do I put these? Yeah, that's a good spot. Did one fall? Okay, no. Don't. Okay. The power of having short fingernails is so good. So now that this is unplugged, I'm going to unscrewed, I'm going to unplug every single one of these powers, and then I'm going to take it out. So this is strange. This came with a power for a floppy, but the floppy already has power. I mean, this PC, if my research is correct, this is a Inwin A500, which came with Windows 95. Actually, if it came with Windows 95... Actually, no. Windows 98, sorry. So if this came with Windows 98, I mean, I guess that would make sense because there's like 2 spots for the floppy, so... Anyways, I'm going to unplug it. Actually, this one's pretty easy, so I'm going to do it on... Kids these days don't know the problem we had with IDE. So if you don't know, IDE is basically like the step cousin of SATA. It's just like SATA, except there's a chance that you might plug it incorrectly, and also it's just really slow. And I want to emphasize on slow because if you did have a computer that had like an IDE hard drive, you'd know how slow these things were. But back in the day, these were the standard because they were mostly plug and play. Unless if you just, you know, we'll get there. So now I have to unplug everything else. This is going to take a long time. Okay, I kind of got distracted and I took the floppy drive out, but I mean, we had to take that out anyway, so it's fine. The power supply has successfully been taken out, and I just realized one thing. That power supply doesn't have Molex. This one does. But we need Molex for the hard drive and the CD drive. So we'll figure it out. Okay, time to take the CD drive out because it's actually covering a substantial amount of area. So I'm going to take that out. Then the IDE connector. And while we're at it, we'll take you out as well. And we'll have you dangling there. We'll be fine. So now we have to get you and you out. So we'll be back after I take the hard drive out. Okay. This is out. So now this thing actually looks really, really empty. So I'm going to take the motherboard out and then we'll take a look at it. So also, I did realize one thing. The drive, or the DVD drive, had only 3 screws. Someone lost the screw when they were, like, disassembling or assembling this thing. So, anyways, I'm going to take the IDE cables out, and then we'll take the motherboard out, which is, you know, I never really realized, but this motherboard might not even fit on there. because it is so long. I mean, why is it so long? You know, I probably should have realized that this is probably not going to fit, like, at all. And we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Okay, so the IDE's out, and there's just a couple of wires left, but I'm going to take a picture of how this is oriented, because I don't really want to screw up the orientation and, like, completely blow out the front I/O, so yeah. Okay, so I have a picture of it taken, so now I can successfully just... This hurts. Oh, shit. Okay. That will be a later problem. Oh yeah, I put the screws for the floppy here. Probably should have taken them out. Let's just, there we go. Oh. And now we're going to take this thing out. This is like, hold on. That's the CD audio wire, I think. This is on, like, the brink of my knowledge of computers. Because, like, this is, like, old. So, what is this? What is this? Why is this so weird? This whole setup is, like, so weird and goofy. Oh my god, this thing has, like, a single stick of RAM. Now, to my knowledge, I think that is 512 megabytes. Yeah. Back in my day, we didn't even reach a single gigabyte of RAM. And we had to play Half-Life at 40 FPS. Now, you can run it at 400 FPS. Kids these days won't know the struggle. Well, I'm gonna actually unscrew this thing and take it out. Can this? Oh my god, I can. What? No way. Hold on, I'm gonna focus. Okay, come on. Come on. I have to put, like, so much force. Because even, like, the least tight screws right now are, like, super hard to get off. You know what might fix that? Hold on. I think I have... let's see. I think I have, like, a screw that's just, like, at an L shape, and it's pretty tiny. And since I don't want to really put myself through the pain, we're just going to use that one. Oh, found it. Okay, hold on. There. I mean, we're not going to get great traction, but I mean, it's not going to be that tight, really. Oh my goodness, I've been making it, like, stronger. Okay, hold on, never mind. Wrong way. Sorry for the bad angle, it's just I'm trying to focus on this while recording. It's really hard. Come on. Come on. Come on, please. Crap. Okay. It's fine. So I'm going to do that with all the screws, and I'm going to take the motherboard out. So I've gotten most screws. I think this is the final screw, but look at that screw placement. Intel, what are you what were you doing? Because this is pretty old. So I guess I'll be back when I get it out somehow. Man, this is, like, long. This is, like, the size of my arm. Holy crap. How are we gonna fit this thing in there? You know, I never really thought that this might not even fit. We'll see. You know what, actually, let's test it right now. Wow, okay. This thing is the size... thing is the size of this motherboard. Holy. Hold on, let me get these wires out of the way. No shot, dude. No shot. Hold on. Well, I mean, we achieved our goal of making it in. Wow, okay. So, no, it is not officially possible to do this because this is very long for some reason. So, no, it is not possible to do this. Actually, hold on. No, never mind. So, yeah, no, this is not possible. You know, let's see what's inside of this. Should probably see. How do you take this fan off? Hold on, I have to take this RAM stick. Ugh. That was, oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, this is, I'm pretty sure this is like PC, what was it? Like PC 133, I think. Nice. Wow, that is very strong. How do you release this fan? Oh, it has tiny clips. Tiny clips. Very, very tiny clips. Oh, wow. That is moving. And is this even going to, like, work? I'm pretty sure I have to, like, set the BIOS every time because the battery holder is kind of, like, broken. How do you, take this fan off? I don't want to Google... I don't want to, like, ChatGPT this. Like, come on, man. I'm gonna pause this and then, like, figure it out, and I'll tell you guys. So, turns out, you can just, like, push these, and it would unclip. And, oh my lord, this thing is, dirty, to say the least. So, I'm gonna clean this up, and then we're gonna take the heatsink off. This thing is so dusty. My goodness. Okay, well, now that this thing doesn't look like utter crap, we will take this heatsink off. Okay, so the heatsink is off. You know, let me give it a good old... Yeah. Well, actually, I should probably clean that with a dust. Hold on. Okay, so this is not that dusty anymore. So now we can take CPU off, I think. Let me get the CPU. Let me get this okay. Well, this thing is weird. It's big and tiny at the same time. How do you hold on? Oh no! I forgot how this thing was oriented. Hold on. Is it this way? God, I hope it's this way. Hold on, let me see. Can you put it in other ways? No. Okay, well, you can't, but... I mean, an average Joe would probably think that's like... There. Well, I'm gonna clean this fan now. You know what? It's not that dirty. Okay, heatsink is back on. And I've finished dusting this entire thing up. My room is now filled with entirely dust. Some places taste like dust, which is weird. But hey, you know, even if we're not going to install it in there, it's still going to be cleaner. Now time for the finishing touch. Wait, hold on. This is really hard. I'll put it on and then I'll restart the video, I guess. Okay, that's on there, and I should probably put this RAM on there. Okay, RAM is on there. This thing is... Hold on. Okay, now it is officially clean. Wonderful. Okay, so aside from those stuff, I cannot put this inside of there unless I want to do like really custom fabrication, which I am not doing. Don't even ask me in the comment section because I probably won't either respond or I'll just reply no, because good God, I'm not doing that. But what I will do is, if you guys support this series or this me doing stuff with this old computer, then hit that subscribe button because I'll probably release another video. And here's the roadblock for this thing. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 other sticks of RAM. I'm going to get a better CPU because the CPU in here is kind of bad. I'm going to get a graphics card because this is just not working. 32 megabytes is not where it's at. And another thing I'm going to do is get a second floppy drive. And this is not, that's not planned, but I might get a better hard drive. I don't know yet. But this is where it's at right now. So, you know, if you want to see me diving into this thing and installing a graphics card or more RAM or a second floppy drive, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And maybe, does the bell button still exist? I'm pretty sure they took it out. I don't know. So, the only thing that we can currently do is cleaning it, which I just did. And I'm going to clean the case now. I'm going to reassemble this, and I might install Windows 8 on it. I don't know yet. Might happen. Oh, shoot. I might install Windows XP. Might happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, but probably. Anyways, back to this thing. Okay, so I'm going to take this and we're going to put it right there. But actually, I'm going to clean the case and then we'll put it in. Now, this thing is heavy. Is that rust? Yeah, that's rust. Okay. Let's see. What is this? This is just like a random, like... Well, the thing seems to be insanely dirty. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's check here. This is shockingly clean. Oh, never mind. That is... Oof. Okay, let's clean that out. Okay. So, I was just cleaning and I realized... That's an insect. Or, I think. Hello? Come on. Okay, hold on. I'll go on one. Yeah. Don't know what type of insect it is, but... Or actually, no, that might just be the shell. Something used to live in this thing. Probably fled to, like, anything aside from this thing, but... You never know. Okay, so this is after cleaning, and wow, that looks way better. So, clean your motherboard, kids. So now I'm going to have to deal with this thing. Or more like putting that in this, and those in that. And also that in this. So, ooh, this is going to take a long time. I guess I'll do it when this is entirely assembled. You know what? We're going to open this and we're going to clean it. What's inside? This thing. That was surprisingly... Oh my lord. That looks like mold. Man, this thing is like really dirty. I guess we'll clean it out. Wow. This is even dirtier than I thought it would be. I'm gonna clean this. Man, I cleaned this thing and this is as clean as it gets. I mean... It's cleaner, but, you know. So, I guess I'll reconstruct this thing back. Okay, so I have the motherboard installed, and I'm going to put this inside and plug everything, and then we will put the hard drive, and then the CD, then the floppy, and then we'll reassemble that computer, and then we'll see what happens. Power supply completely installed, but everything is not powered on yet because, you know. So I have the floppy drive mounted. I'm going to get the cables connected, and then I'll move on to the CD drive. This is like taking hours. Holy shit. CD drive has been successfully placed, and this one has official screws, and this one has jerry-rigged everything screws, so yeah. It's fine, it's fine. So, right now, I'm going to get the hard drive installed, and then I'll get the wires, and yeah, we'll be pretty much done. Hard drive has been officially installed, and now we only have to do wiring, and after plugging our Molex, we'll move on to that wiring, and after that wiring, we'll move on to this wiring, and after this wiring, we're going to actually move on to that one. I'm going to finish it, and it's going to be great. Okay, this thing has been cleaned, and it is ready to go. So this will go there, and now it's time for me to assemble you. Okay, we are done with you and with you. So, now I'm just going to bro, I swear. There we go. And you will go away. But you will stay, because I will have to set your BIOS up, because your BIOS keep crashing. Okay, so I've correctly wired this thing. So let's see if my wiring is actually correct. The lights. Okay, so the lights do work. Does the reset button work? Let's see. Yeah, it does work. Everything works like it's supposed to. Now we just have to wait for the BIOS to show up, and then I'll get the BIOS ready, and I'll show you guys what happens next. Okay, so this thing is not going into the BIOS, which makes me think that my hard drive might not need to be plugged in. See what happens. Oh, wait. Go into the BIOS. What's wrong with you? Just work. 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 Okay. Well, at least now my monitor is saying that it's posting, but it's still a black screen. Surely this won't end in a failure. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Let's go. Okay. Well, this BIOS smells like old. Anyways, so let's set the boot priority, hard drive. Actually, yeah. And then we're going to make this the flash drive instead. Hard drive, W Western Digital. Caviar at a whopping 80 gigabytes. Yeah, back in my day, we were before even, is this, yeah, this is set correctly. Okay, so, video configuration, AGP or PCI. Well, I mean, I'm gonna get a graphics card, but it's probably gonna be either AGB or PCI, so we'll see. So, I mean, it has both PCI and AGB. I don't know which one's better, but we will save the settings, and then it will boot Windows XP fine. Come on. Please. Is it not? No, it's there. Come on. Work. 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 Oh. What is wrong with you? Oh, the CMOS time is not set. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to set this up and see you guys. Okay, the time has been set. I don't know if it's correct, but we will see. So now, you should boot, 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 boot. Oh, God, okay. Last known good configuration. That usually works fine. Boot, 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 boot. Wow, this is loading suspiciously fast. Are you gonna break? Just as I thought. Well, I mean, it works, so that's basically done. So, sneak peek at the next video, I'm gonna install Windows XP on this thing, and I'm gonna get it working with drivers and such. That's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it will probably work, so see you guys later in the next video.